Go to Yujing Terrace. Okay, I mean, we're halfway there. We may as well go from here. Who's up at Yujing? I wouldn't call Ningguang picky. I wouldn't call Guyan. Guyan? Is the name right? Picky. Xingqiu isn't up here, nor would I call him picky. Who are we seeing? I wouldn't call Kaching picky. Do we know someone who's picky? Oh, well. The whole cabal is there. Oh, plus Beta.
Hmm? Oh, it's the Traveler in Paimon. And Xiangling.
Greetings, friends. It's been a while.
It has.
Hey, what brings you here?
Ah, everyone's gathered together here.
Has something happened? What's with this great big stone on the ground?
Long story. So, just to confirm, I will assume responsibility for handling this stone of unknown origin. Any objections?
None here. You know how to get things done, Kuching. As long as it's with you, I can rest easy knowing that it's in safe hands.
Should I take this to mean that you doubt the relative safety of leaving this in the hands of the Tianquan?
Huh? Well, for starters, Kuching is the one who's always out running errands, rain or shine. Besides, you don't seem to give a wooden more about this whole thing anyway, so what's it to you?
A wooden Mora.
I was merely joking.
Yeah.
You, meanwhile, seem only too ready to pounce when an opportunity to publicly lambaste me arises. Even when it means giving our poor mutual friend here the cold shoulder.
Oh, you guys are so funny when you're all together. Is it about time?
By no means. You wish to know about the stone, I presume. Then let me invite the great seafarer Captain Beto to tell the story, if she would be so kind.
It kind of feels like we're getting off track from the whole point about the cooking thing, but given that every single storyline in this game seems to get off track, I'm hardly unsurprised.
You... Fine.
Lol.
Well, it's a big one, right? And such a smooth surface, too. Makes you think there's gotta be a good chunk of jade in there.
Well, I'd be more interested in the fossil in the side.
It was found by a fishing crew, not far off the coast. It must have been underwater for years. So the erosion will be what's given it that smooth finish.
Water will do that to you.
Finds like this cannot be kept as private property, and must be submitted to a holder of public office. Placing it into our custody will also give them peace of mind.
So, what's inside it?
Well, we've hit it with just about every weapon we could get our hands on and haven't managed to even dent it yet. Clearly there's more to it than meets the eye.
I forgot how pretty she was and how much I liked her hair. And her outfit. Ugh. Kuching, you're amazing.
No weapon could smash it open. Wow. Paimon doesn't think we've ever encountered a stone like that before.
I'm extra special. Maybe I can open it.
Kuching has taken an unusually keen interest in this giant stone, which is why we are leaving the matter in her capable hands.
Let's put that aside for a second. Traveler, what brings you here? Were you looking for someone?
Can we put a leash on Guoba? I do not trust him running around on his own. He's like an unsupervised child.
Actually, we were looking for all of you. We need all hands on deck here.
Oh? Hopefully not because there's been some sort of cataclysmic event.
No, nothing like that. Paimon's just getting carried away.
When doesn't she?
I just wanted to ask everyone about their food preferences.
Food preferences? That's a little unexpected.
I mean, yeah, it is a bit left of field.
I have rather simple tastes. Precise, pure, smart, and sophisticated. That is all I require.
Yeah, I forgot she's a bit of an elitist. That would explain the picky eater part.
That's your idea of simple, huh?
I summed up my culinary requirements in 4 words. Is that insufficiently simple for you?
Oh, you two are so great together. I need to see more of you together.
A few weeks out on the open ocean would fix your flawed definition of simplicity, let me tell you that.
What about you, Beto?
Me? If it's freshly cooked and piping hot, that floats my boat. If it's got a little chili pepper in there too, I'm one very happy captain.
Simple woman with simple needs.
Paimon thought you would have said bar food.
Oh, bar food works too.
As for me, it's got to be seafood.
Okay, got it. So, seafood. piping hot, and, simple but sophisticated.
Not a lot of overlap. Well, I mean, that's overlap.
And that's where I would disagree. Traveler, surely you've heard of golden shrimp balls.
One, we don't call them shrimp in Australia. They're called prawns. Two, not a big fan of prawns. I like the little mini ones if they're on like a fried rice or something, but I wouldn't eat shrimp by themselves. And no, I've never heard of shrimp balls, and they sound repulsive, but good for you.
Oh my, they're my favorite.
Oh god, look at those eyes. She's croaking. That's the name. That's the word, isn't it? Croaking. You know when dogs sit at your dining table and look at you like they want your food? There's just that sad look on their eyes like, can I have your food? That's what that looks like. Pretty sure croaking was the word.
You need to wash and devein the shrimp, wrap it in finely sliced potato strips, then deep fry it to perfection. There's no room for cutting corners.
So what shape does it have? If you're not cutting the shrimp, you're just washing and deveining them. It's still like a rectangle. How do you get the potato strips to stay? They're not exactly sticky. Do you wrap them up and deep fry them and then they stay on once they're deep fried? I have so many questions about this dish now.
They're very precisely put together. They taste pure, the presentation is smart, and the skill needed to cook them is highly sophisticated. It fits Ningguang's forward summary to the letter.
So now you just need to think of a complementary dish to go with it to match Hu Tao's requirements of having balance. I don't know really what you balance that with.
Huh. So what you're saying is, for all the frills and trills, good food is all the same at the core?
I heartily agree. Golden shrimp balls are a prime example. Their essence lies in combining art and nutrition in a single package. It is a dish of true value.
Art and nutrition. There's literally 2 ingredients in that thing. I don't think neither art nor nutrition are really the goal there.
Okay, got it. So Kuching loves golden shrimp balls.
I didn't say that. Did I?
Your eyes said everything.
No, at least not outright.
Alrighty. Thanks for all your input. I'll be sure to take it all into
I
consideration.
love how Guoba knows when it's time to leave.
Traveler, Paimon, do you have anything planned after this?
No, but I can help you with the stone.
Good. I'd like you to help me investigate something. It's about this stone.
I love how half of us are shrimps here. We're so short. And then you've got Peter and Ningguang.
You picked the right people for the job. We investigate stuff all the time.
My thoughts exactly. The Qixing has a public duty to deliver our final verdict to the fishermen, but there are also some things I would like to investigate on a personal level. I'm sure you've become acquainted with the general background of the Moon Chase Festival. However,
Only vaguely.
I have my own understanding of this festival's roots. My grandfather was a researcher of Liyue's traditions. In his notes, he indicated that there was a deity called the Stove God in ancient Liyue, which people paid tribute to at a certain time of the year. Very few written records make mention of the Stove God, and those that do are notoriously confusing. Some scholars believe that the Stove God was just another title held by the Lord of Geo, but others suggest that this was a different deity altogether.
Well, let's go grab Zhongli by the neck and ask him.
One folk
Where
tale
is he,
even claims
by
that
the
the
way?
ancients found the Stove God's shrine, but there was no statue. Only a huge, smooth slab of stone.
Is there literally any word you could have used other than stove? Stove god doesn't sound very interesting or mighty.
Shortly after it was found, the stone was lost in transit, and it hasn't been seen since. This stone here has all the same features, so I suspect it could be the one that went missing all those years ago.
That's such a weird connection to make. It's been in the water. The water is going to blunt its edges and make it smooth. Well, depends on where it is in the water. It has to have a current. So, not really a necessary connection to make.
After many years of researching ancient texts, my grandfather came to believe that the practice of paying seasonal tribute to the Stove God may be best described as a festival. He called it the Stove God Festival. That would make it the forerunner to the Moon Chase Festival we know today.
I am curious to know what this is in its native tongue, to therefore know if there's a better translation they could have used than stove.
But this is all just theory and conjecture. To prove any of it, we'd need to start by identifying who the Stove God really was. Now that Rex Lapis has passed on, and Liyue has entered the age of humankind, His successors should continue to respect our nation's culture and traditions. Just as that's why I think the responsibility for this situation should fall to me. It's a chance to shed light on our history, revitalize an ancient tradition, and possibly prove my grandfather's hypothesis along the way. With any luck, we'll nail all three in one fell swoop.
I still say just grab Zhongli and he can give us all the answers we need in like 2 seconds.
It was just a couple of days ago that we received this stone. Right after we decided to use food as the central theme for this year's festival. It makes me wonder. Maybe a divine will is at work behind all of this.
3 birds with 1 stone, huh? That's pretty efficient, even for cooking.
I'd love to help, but I'm in the middle of a commission for Xiangling.
Hey, don't worry about that. This sounds super important, so don't mind me. Besides, we're only... Wait a second. I got it!
What? Why are you shouting?
That could be said about every character in this game.
Ka-ching, can I tag along for your investigation?
Why?
But
Since it's all about the stove god, I might get to learn something useful about cooking along the way.
I doubt it.
It'll be great inspiration for me in the competition.
I doubt it. And you already had inspiration. Why do you need more?
Please, let me come along. I promise I'll help.
if it means that much to you... Okay, I suppose you can come.
Really? Yay! Thank you so much! You're the best!
Now that that's settled, time to get going. Jingsa Village
Ugh.
is said to be home to a lot of
course it's
historical texts,
Jingsa.
so I'd like to start by making some inquiries there.
I mean, let's face it, these lands have literally nothing in them. They have a city, and then a tiny microscopic town, and then that's literally it. They're very underpopulated, so it probably was inevitable that we're going to Jingsa. Gorba, I don't know what you're so excited about, dude.
Alright, then it's off to Chingsa we go!
How long is this quest chain, by the way? Madam... Nope, not Madam Ping. That was the other lady. God, they all look the same. Granny Ryoshin. Ryoshin. Close enough.
Hi, Granny. We need your help with something. Are there any old books around Chingsa Village? You know, from a really long time ago?
Oh, looking for ancient texts, are we? Let me think. There is an old warehouse over there, property of the Feiyun Commerce Guild. Many books are stored inside, those that they have no room for at home. In fact, their youngest comes over this way to read sometimes.
Ah. We're gonna ask Xingqiu then.
The Feiyun Commerce Guild's youngest? You must be talking about Xingqiu.
Paimon didn't know they had a warehouse here. Let's go take a look.
I swear we did. I swear we knew that. Or was it somebody else's warehouses? I thought it was the Feiyun Commerce Guild. I don't know. Where is it? I don't know if I'm gonna make it. Mostly, technically. The hell have I hit? Steal. Thank you. Yo, what y'all doing here?
I'm being robbed!
It came from that direction. Come on.
Run away, sir. I'm gonna go take care of this dude. I don't think so, sir. Off you go.
Should replace my hammer.
Shang. Hi, Shang. What up?
I've come here to clean the book warehouse plenty of times before, but this is the first time I've run into these crooks.
Why are they interested in the books?
Are you alright?
I am, thanks to all of you. Hey, wait a minute. You're the traveler, aren't you? And you're with... Lady Kuching. An honor. Truly an honor.
We'll try not to take up too much of your time. I understand that this book warehouse is the property of the Feiyun Commerce Guild. Could you advise whether we might find any text relating to the Stove God in this collection?
The Stove God? I heard that's the Lord of Geo, right?
Huh? Really?
Yeah. A friend of mine who conducts research mentioned it once before. We use stoves for cooking, and stoves are built from rock. Some people think that the stove is a gift from the Lord of Geo. And that's why they call him the Stove God.
Seems logical enough. But do you have any books on the topic?
I'm sorry, I'd have to ask the young master about that.
Oh, any questions? Please, ask away.
What a timely arrival.
Hey, it's Chongyun and Xingqiu.
Hello, one and
Oh,
all.
wow. What are you here for? I mean that in the politest way possible. What are you here for? I guess unless you did the, Yeah, actually, this is the first time you actually see Chongyun, because the only other time you see him is on the Hangouts. This is the first time you actually see him in character in the game.
Hey guys, what are you doing here?
Don't you find it weird that everybody just knows each other? It's just so random.
I was bored with nothing to do, and thought I'd come out this way for a bit of reading. And then I thought, why not bring Chongyun along too?
To be fair, there is, like, as I said, barely anybody in this world. It's very underpopulated, so I suppose it makes sense everyone knows each other. I guess. Though, given how few people there are, surely you're all related.
Yes. I'm just along for the ride, really.
Woba, can you please be careful up there? I do not want any broken bones, alright?
I see the Yuheng Kuching is with you. Whatever brings you here must surely be a matter of grave importance.
I'm hungry.
Master Xingqiu, if I may be so bold, do you happen to know if there are any texts on the subject of the Stove God among this collection?
Since I personally selected which volumes to store here, I do have some recollection of their contents. If my memory betrays me not, there is one volume among them called Demystifying the Legends of Liyue, which mentions the Stove God.
Might I take a look?
Certainly. If it pleases my lady, I shall lead the way. Sheng, I will take care of things here. You're free to go about your own business.
Xingqiu and Kuching go to the book collection something
So did you
something
find
something. Hello? Can we...
Yes,
Whoa,
Master
that's delayed.
Xingqiu has quite an exceptional memory. Demystifying the Legends of Liyue does indeed mention the Stove God. However,
It still references him as the Lord of Geo.
it says the following. The body of the dragon wielded a tail that could eclipse the sun, and claws to command fire and teach the ways of wisdom. Receiving the gift bequeathed unto them, humankind cooked food with fire, and thus did they prosper.
Sounds like Rex Lapis to me.
The body of a dragon? The stories about Rex Lapis say the same thing.
Did you not see the corpse that fell from the sky and went smack into the ground in the middle of a ceremony? Yeah, I think he's a fucking dragon.
That much is true. But this is the only passage in the whole book. If we want to find out more, we'll have to continue our investigation.
I gotta say, this is one of the frustrating parts of the game. They give you a character like Zhongli who has access to this information because it involves him, or, involves the time that he was alive, so that he can answer if the Stove God is somebody else and give you facts about the Stove God. This quest could literally be solved just by finding him and asking him. But instead of doing the simple, logical solution, we do all of this, going around in heaps of circles to get the answer, when we can get it really simply just by asking him. And I get that that's not the point of the quest. The point of the quest is to be finding the answer ourselves and doing the investigation and stuff, but it's like, don't give me a quest that could be done by just doing the logical solution. Give me a quest that cannot be done more simply, and then I would believe in what we're doing. Right now, I just think this is a waste of time because we could just ask the dude, wherever the hell he is, and be done with it in 2 seconds. And instead, we're just going out of way to make this more difficult for ourselves. It's frustrating.
There's nothing further to discover here. It seems we'll have to look at other options.
What other options do you have?
I come from a long lineage of exorcists. And our family, too, has amassed a number of ancient texts.
That's a good idea.
Now that you mention the stove god, I seem to
can't take him
recall reading
seriously.
somewhere that this
Stove
god
god.
once appeared at the Gueli Assembly. Of course, I can't say if it's true or not.
Books are penned by people. All they can do is show what the author was thinking. Everyone's mind is different, so every book on a given topic will give a different account. I apologize that we could not help in a more substantial capacity.
Your help thus far is quite ample. Liyue is a vast and rich land. All
Guys,
things that existed
get a leash
here
on
in the
him,
past
please.
have left their trace. So
You're
long
gonna
as we
lose
do
him.
not abandon our search, it is sure to bear fruit eventually. Thank you all. We will continue our investigation elsewhere.
Oh, hold up. I had a question too. Shincho, Chongyun, could you tell me what kind of food you like?
Are we not going to Chongyun's family's text collection? Are we just ignoring that piece of information he just gave us?
Food? Oh no. You're not thinking of taking part in the Masterful Chefs, are you?
Why is he so horrified by this proposition? Is he just going to suggest like icicles?
Yeah, I totally am. What's wrong? You look like you've just seen a ghost.
Xiangling, this is a major event. I beg you, please don't cook anything strange for this competition.
Facepalm.
What do you mean strange?
Slime?
Mushroom slime stew, to give one example.
Okay, fair enough. That dish isn't my most popular. But that's why I'm doing all this research, so I can create some really special dishes to win everyone over.
Well, in that case, I like cold food.
That's 'cause you can't handle hot and spicy, right?
Yes, you're absolutely right.
You're getting... This is exactly what I thought would happen. You're getting contradicting information for everybody. Everyone else used to say hot and spicy, and now you get him saying cold. You can't please everybody.
My tastes are on the mild side. I prefer gentle dishes with minimal seasoning. Soups and stews, vegetables and broth, seafood or freshwater fish, either boiled or steamed. These kinds of dishes I am most partial to.
No surprises from the Gugua Geek.
Guys, you really need to keep an eye on your child here.
Okay, another mild child. Got it.
These are just personal preferences, and everyone's are quite different. Are you sure this eclectic mix of opinions will be of any use?
Of course. You're my customers, and putting a smile on customers' faces is my calling as a chef.
Though Xiangling's market research blade stabs often into the dark, her heart never strays from the noble path.
If anyone can win hearts and minds with their cooking, it's gotta be someone like Xiangling. She's got pure intentions and really cares about the customers. No, where's all this praise coming from? Knock it off, guys. You're embarrassing me. Sorry for holding you all up. That's all I needed to know. Shall we carry on with the investigation now?
You lost your bear.
Over to you, Cooking. Where to next?
Grubber's a bear, right?
So we've learned the stove god allegedly made an appearance at the Gueli Assembly. But today that place is largely a wasteland with few traces of human activity. Longshuin is close by, so let's stop off there on the way over and see what we can find out.
Forgive us, for this is where we must part ways. May your journey be a smooth one.
Is he playing hide and seek back there? What's he doing?
Yes, best of luck. If you run into any difficulties, come and find us. We'll be only too glad to help.
Thanks, everyone.
Let's go. Next stop, Longshuin.
Just grab the bear first, please. Longshu. Down 13. I'm gonna assume we're going to the... No, we're not. We're going to the chef in the kitchen.
There's Yanxiao.
That's his name, Smiley Yunzhao.
Huh? Oh, Traveler. Who are all these people?
Friends of ours. Allow Paimon to introduce Xiangling, Guoba, and Kuching.
Kuching? Of the Chishing? She's
Hi.
You need to be so nervous, Yunzhao.
It's not that. It's... I mean, I'm just your typical commoner. I've never met someone as high up as the Yuheng before in my whole life.
Look at that strong body, those powerful hands, and honest eyes. This guy must be a really great chef.
Jesus, it sounds like she's in love with him. You're still a child, Chengling. This man is far too old for you. Please do not.
So, is there something I can help you with? You've come a long way out to end up at Wangshu Inn.
And what does it say about your status as a chef, Xiangling? That you don't have a strong body and what was the other thing? Big arms? Jesus, I don't know. That says a lot about you.
Let me fill you in.
Kaoxing tells Smiley Young Xiao about the I can't read it that
Okay.
quickly.
I see.
Legends claim that the Stove God once
Yep.
appeared at the
Grab
Guili
it.
Assembly.
Leave it. Don't touch it.
As Wangshu Inn is the oldest extant building in this area, any historical texts from around these parts are likely to have ended up here. Is there a room in this inn for storing books? And if there is, do any of them mention the Stove God?
Well, now that you mention it, we do have a fair few ancient texts here. I remember looking through an old recipe book once. I just need to remember where they're all stored.
Maybe just ask the owner.
If you are happy to wait here for a few minutes, I'll go have a look right away. Oh, Traveler, there's something I need to discuss with you.
Ugh, what?
What is it? We need to pay up or something?
What? No, I wouldn't take your money. We're all friends here. I just wanted to ask if you had the time to make a satisfying salad for me.
Depends on if I've got the ingredients, buddy.
Satisfying salad? What for?
A certain person comes to mind.
Yeah, a guy who hangs out on the roof terrace, you
Yeah.
know?
Sure.
Good-looking fella, not too tall.
Shh! Don't you think he can hear you?
Oh, right. Yeah, maybe. Anyway, you know who I mean. The boss told me to take care of him, but this guy, let me tell you, he is one tough nut to crack. He usually turns his nose up at everything that isn't almond tofu.
Oh, I know.
But the boss tells me you once made him a satisfying salad, and it all went down so well. So I was thinking, could you teach me how to make it too? That way, I'll have something else in my arsenal.
Oh, so this is for show! You guys really look after him, huh?
Well, that's life, right? You gotta look out for your own people.
Okay, sure, I can help.
All right then, wait right here. I'll be just 1 minute.
Clock is ticking! 59, 58...
Sorry for the trouble, Traveler.
Don't mention it. Oh no, the
Okay.
rain is starting. If you can hear it, I'm sorry. After a while, Swan Yangsha comes back with an ancient tome in his hands.
Here you are.
Thank you ever so much.
Are we cooking the dish?
Kucing's reading her book. Let's make that satisfying salad. Xiangling, what are you gonna do? I'd love to come watch too, but I don't want to get in the way, so I'll just stay here with Kuching. Okay, shall we go then?
Go ahead and get started. I'll just watch from over here. I only need to watch you make it once to have it committed to memory.
That's
Damn. What a memory. Do I already have the dish then? If you said that should do it?
All right, thanks for that. I think I've got it now.
You got all the steps down, right?
Of course. Don't forget, I am the best chef around these parts.
Let's go see what Kuching and Xiangling are up to. Kuching, Xiangling, we're back!
You finished cooking? Good timing. We finished our reading too.
And? Useful? Or no?
Useful.
Okay, I'll have to get off in a sec.
There's a passage
Rain's getting a little
concerning the
loud.
Stove God, and it's not what we were expecting.
How so?
I quote, 60 miles to the northwest is the Guili Assembly. Many were settled there, where they hunted in groups, farmed the land, and made their living from what the soil yielded. When the Stove God descended, one god became many, all of which were the height of children. As does a star when it descends into the world, so the Stove God went out among the common folk and taught them to create fire. With fire, the people at last learned to make hot food, and they dined on rice congee and cooked meat thereafter. This is a radically different account from the one given in Demystifying the Legends of Liyue, and also a conflicting one.
One god became many? Does that mean there was more than one stove god?
Taking the text at face value, that is what it says.
Went out among the common folk and taught them to create fire. So did the stove god really go and teach people how to cook firsthand?
Now that's a god who truly cared for their people.
So, we've got two leads, but they contradict each other. How do we know which one to believe?
Zhongli.
By continuing our investigation and reserving
Whatever.
judgment for
Continue
now.
to ignore me.
Thank you for this text, Yan Xiao.
It's my pleasure, really. Think nothing of it. If anything, I should be thanking the Traveler. Listen, you've helped me an awful lot. Not just today, but in the past, too. I want to make it up to you properly, and as it happens, things are pretty quiet here today. So I'd like to take the chance to treat you all. What do you say? Will you stay for a meal?
Wow, he sure sounds confident in his cooking. I like that. Confidence is one of the best ingredients a chef can have.
Yeah, you're gonna have to stop appreciating the man. He's too old for you.
I really want to try his cooking. I say we take him up on his offer.
Cushing, can you spare the time? Oh, the rain went away. That was brief.
It's hard to refuse a generous offer like that. Yes, I think we can fit this in.
It's a meal. We all need to eat, right?
Yan Xiao, we await your culinary creations with great anticipation.
I won't disappoint.
Is it gonna cook a satisfying salad? Go take a seat downstairs. What, here? Ah, no, here.
Everybody, please be seated.
You'd think you own the place.
Yeah.
I'll sit here with Guoba.
Guoba doesn't have a chair. We need to get a chair for Guoba. Seems kind of rude not giving him one.
No.
He seems content. A multi-course
Here we
meal.
are. That's everything you ordered.
It smells amazing. I think I've met my fellow finalist. It smells beautiful.
Strange. I never would have guessed that such a gifted chef worked here. This inn isn't particularly known for its food.
Everyone likes a good meal, whether they're staying the night or just stopping by for a bite. We call it an inn, but the fact is it's much more than that. We have to cater to all aspects of daily life to make this a true home away from home. Please enjoy your meal at your leisure. I should get back to work now.
Yan Xiao, are you taking part in this year's Masterful Chefs?
Huh? You too?
Yup, I've signed up already, and I've got my eyes on the prize. Your cooking's delicious, Yan Xiao.
You haven't tried it
I'm
yet.
really looking forward to seeing you in the final.
Yeah, how do you try to eat? You're complimenting it. Why is this dude over here just eating two massive sunsettias? You're weird.
Huh. Interesting.
Look at them.
All right. I'll see you there.
What was that? Some kind of power move?
Certainly felt like it.
No, it seemed more sportsmanlike than that.
Yup, he's a really talented chef. His food was excellent, and it showed he has a level-headed personality. That's the kind of chef that could be a match for me. I haven't had any competitive cooking experience since my cook-off with Brooke in Springvale.
When the heat is on, you'll rise to the challenge.
You're too kind. Guoba, what are you doing?
What is he doing?
Guoba's eating the...
Those were Kuching's. How could you steal them while she wasn't looking?
Maybe you should have shut your pie whole night.
Oh, my golden shrimp balls.
Of course, he had to eat the delicacy, didn't he? You didn't actually say that.
Huh? You ate every last one? Oh, Guoba, we've been through this. When we're with friends, you gotta be on your best behavior, okay?
He doesn't care. He just had the best meal of his life.
I'm so sorry, Kuching. I promise I'll make it up to you. What's the big deal? We can just get another plate. After all, it's Yan Xiao's treat today. It's not the same, though. The moment's gone. Sure, you can eat something else, but you can never go back and change the feeling of despair as your food is snatched away from right under your nose. The dining experience is a trinity of emotion, food, and atmosphere, and you've got to have all three to make it work.
I have to say, now that you mention it, that is a very accurate appraisal of the situation.
Annoyed Kuching.
I'm gonna make it up to you, Kuching. Is there anything you want to eat? Anything at all. Whatever it is, I'll make it for you.
I don't have high hopes for this, but equally I don't want her feeling guilty. Okay, I'll let her do this for me.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. I should not be hearing her thoughts. My character cannot hear her thoughts, therefore I shouldn't hear her thoughts. It breaks immersion.
If you insist, there is one dish that perhaps you could try making for me. It's an old recipe from my grandfather's notes.
No problem. May I see it?
I'll get it to you when we're back in Liyue Harbor.
I was about to say, like, of course, she's not going to have it on her right now. Everyone enjoys Smiley Youngshell's personal cooking. What's left of it?
Traveler, have you finished eating?
Yup.
Before we do anything else, let's head back to Liyue Harbor. I need to fetch something.
Okay, we need to fetch the recipe.
Nothing will sell.
And I will leave it there for this evening. It's been a long day at work. I can't. That's cute the way she puts her foot up like that. I can't play anymore. I'm falling asleep at the wheel, so to speak. Oh hi, you guys like literally right there. I will see you guys probably tomorrow if I can play tomorrow. We'll see how things go. Not you guys, these guys.